Piracy is stealing from people who spend a tremendous amount of time and effort and love and passion making these things happen.
It's wrong to steal a 30-cent pack of gum, and it's a felony to steal a $30,000 car, but a $30 million movie is pirated and put up on the internet, and people don't blink an eye.
It makes me wonder what happens when more people are pirating the content than paying for the content.
It's important to protect the things that we make because a lot of time and effort go into it, and a lot of people are passionate about their work.
Every element of that show has come from someone's brain, has come from someone's thought.
It's ultimately very satisfying to have your work, your ideas, your jokes get laughed at.
Every show is a story of creative people who came together to take a seed of an idea and turn it into something.
It's a solid job and it's got a lot of creativity behind it, so it's something that we all really enjoy, and we enjoy the characters.
It's really great to be in a department where you can come up with an idea, turn it into a show, and actually watch it air.
It's incredibly frustrating to see that something that I've worked on is, you know, just being used to somebody else's advantage.
The theft is happening at such a level where major corporations are actually benefiting from it and not the company that actually created the content.
Just because they live offshore, they can do something illegal in our country and get away with it and be millionaires at the same time somewhere else.
It's not always clear because even when you go to these websites, they do a really good job at trying to appear like they're legal websites when they're really not.
The goal for us is to have people come to our websites and see our product on our websites.
It's like whack-a-mole is what it is. As soon as you see them, you send a note so you can whack it, you know, but ultimately, you know, 4 more pop up somewhere else.
We make consumer products that are taken all the time. We have games and phone apps. We just had a popular app that was copied and stolen, and somebody put it in a cyber locker in Russia, and they were the ones making money for people downloading our game, and we were monitoring it and couldn't do anything about it.
In this, we went through 20, 25 different pieces to get this exactly right. And then when other people come out with unofficial product, it brings everything down.
You will see a manufacturer who we know doesn't have the rights to sell our products selling 50,000 units of one product.
I've seen books that are not ours being sold in 99-cent stores.
It's become socially acceptable to watch pirated material on the internet, and I think that people need to be reminded that it is actual creative intellectual property and therefore should be paid for.
I'm selling content, although people can't touch and feel it, it's a product.
The intellectual capital that you have here and the creative capital that you have here, really I haven't seen it, you know, like this anywhere else. It is far and away our best export.
Not corn, not wheat, not hard goods. Intellectual property is our biggest commodity.
It's cold out there when there's no money, there's no work.
If you're really dependent on work coming from larger companies, and you know that those larger companies are making less and less money due to piracy issues, I'd be wondering where my next paycheck was coming from.
All those people that are working in this industry to make a living for themselves and feed their families, it has a big residual effect.
They're putting makeup artists out of work. They're putting the guys who hang the lights out of work. It's not all just about the big movie stars and the big directors. They're putting real, everyday people working for a wage out of work.
They're taking from the everyman, you know, the people that work to get the stuff done and don't get anything in the back end.
Does that mean they can't hire X amount of people they would have been able to hire? If it negatively affects the company, ergo it negatively affects me.
Every time, you know, you walk by that blanket of stuff out in the subways, or you order one of those pirated DVDs online, you're taking money out of somebody's creative's hands, not just a big faceless corporation.
By you going out and buying our shows and buying our movies, we get to keep our jobs, and I really, really would like that. I think everybody would, especially today where it's so hard to find one.
It means that maybe the next season of SpongeBob won't come back because the people that made it didn't get paid for it.
We're makers, not takers. We're not trying to take away anybody's First Amendment rights by protecting ours and our creative. We're not trying to stop people from using the internet. We're not trying to prevent free speech. We're just trying to protect our creative, what we made.
If you want this quality of content,
we can't do it for free.
Well, I think we're all worried. People who work in the industry are worried of the long-term effect of piracy on our jobs.
Content theft going unchecked is, you know, the digital equivalent of leaving the store's doors unlocked and letting people loot product.
It's like we're letting people take stuff away from us and not slapping them on the hand.
I think we expect our lawmakers to protect us.
You know, they talk about protecting Americans and American jobs. Well, here we are. We're asking for help, and, you know, they have the power to help us.
Our legal recourse is generally asking nicely, asking nicely, asking nicely, and it just doesn't help. The damage is done, and we, I think, need real, legitimate pathways to change.